The name's Uzui Tengen, he introduced himself. You blinked once, then twice at him, not knowing what to say. Never had you made a man check you out, let alone talk to one before. Indeed, this guy truly was handsome, sexy even. You know when someone introduces themselves, you're supposed to do the same, he said, placing his hands on his hips. Oh, I'm sorry, but... You tried to explain. Tengen tilts his head in question. However, after a moment, realize dawns on him as he grins, revealing sparkly white teeth to you. Wow, even his smile was sexy. You don't remember me, do you? He asks. Now it was your turn to glance at him in question. Am I supposed to? You ask, causing him to chuckle. Then perhaps this could refresh your memory, he says, and then leans close until his face is inches away from yours. His sudden close proximity caused you to blush as beautiful fuchsia eyes stared into yours. You're beautiful, he says simply. Your heart immediately skipped a beat once the pale pen words left his mouth, and you almost wanted to call him a liar. However, you suddenly remembered the strange stranger encounter from last night. The encounter with a mysterious stranger who saved your life from the drunken shopkeeper as images of silver hair and glistening gems crossed your mind. No wonder this guy looks familiar as your eyes widened. Yeah, you're the man I bumped into the alley. The one who saved me. Tengen grins, delighted that you finally recognized him. Bingo, glad you finally remembered, he says, as he raises his hand to scratch his cheek in a bashful manner. You immediately took time to examine his hand. It was gloved with 2 golden bands around his wrist, and his nails were painted both red and green. It was exact hand you'd seen back at the bakery, the same hand that belonged to the mysterious person who purchased the chocolate cake for you. That was him too? Oh my goodness. Tengen quickly took notice of your staring and realized the situation. Ah, I see you've also figured out that I'm the one who purchased that cake for you, he chuckles. You're welcome, by the way. It wouldn't be kind of me to let a pretty girl like you starve, he adds. Pretty? He thinks you're pretty. You're not pretty. Why is he saying such things like this? You simply stared up at him in shock. You're crazy. You mentally thought as you postured suddenly turned, well, of course shy as you began stroking your hair. It's gotta be a joke, right? Who paid you? It was Sayomi, wasn't it? Tengen muttered, cocking his head to the side in confusion. Just who is this Sayomi? Tengen potters as he stared at you and your face became red. You had accidentally blunted that out loud. I'm sorry, you apologize. But why are you even talking to me? Tengen's grin quickly fades as he raised a brow in question at your sudden attitude. Well, he surely wasn't expecting that. What's with the shy attitude all of a sudden? Hey, easy. I just wanted to see you again, he exclaimed. However, this one made you anxious. Why the heck a beautiful, sexy man like him would want to see you again? You weren't attractive enough to even lure a man, despite having been catcalled and him checking you out just a moment ago. Huh? Why did you want to see me? I told you once before, I'm a parasite. You say, covering your face with your hair. Whoa, self-desperation much, Tengen thought. Really now? Well, you most certainly... What? You most certainly look like a parasite. Honestly, you're far prettier than that. There it goes again with the word. It was foreign to you. No one's ever called you pretty. It wasn't much of a looker, and you should be worthy enough for him to be calling you. You shouldn't be worthy of him calling you that. Please don't call me that. Call you what? He asks, playing dumb just to tease you. Pretty, you say shyly. Well, care to tell me your name so I won't keep calling you pretty? You were hesitant at first, but if you make him stop speaking such nonsense, you told him. It's Yin, you say, turning your gaze away from him shyly. There. Now was that so hard, was it? He laughs. Yin. Quite the name for a beautiful girl. Beautiful? You made a sound that sounded like a walrus doing a belly flop. Stop it! I'm not pretty! Your son outburst surprised him. Just why were you downgrading yourself like this? Of course, everyone has their shitty days, but this? Ugh, this will not be tolerated by him. Hey, what's with the nonsense? Straighten up. You yelped, upon hearing the authority in his tone, though there's no hospitality in a way he spoke, but your body automatically did as he commanded. But why didn't you know why? Stop belittling yourself. Of course you're pretty. Be more flamboyant, he says. What? You ask, perplexed. Be flamboyant? Does he mean like fancy or confident? Or both, you wondered. That isn't flamboyant to you? Calling yourself a parasite. Who has ever told you that is either a fool or a load of crap? He says, and you shyly parted your bangs just to glance up at him in awe. He was staring at you in such confident and parasite as he then puffed out his chest, his muscles flexed, and expression stern as he then pointed at himself via his thumb. And I, the great Lord Uzui Tengen, says you're pretty. Then you say thank you, Tengen-sama. So, keep your chin up. He says nonchalantly. You would be lying if you said it was an extremely attractive sight, as your feelings of confusion and embarrassment melted away as you continued to gawk up at him. Whew, I mean, your heart skipped a beat at the glorious sight of his pectorals flexing. Oh, God. Tengen, aware of your eyes on him, smirked before deciding to give you some eye candy as his eyes twinkle and look mischievous. You nearly gasped once he began stretching his arms over his head, the muscles ripping under his... Oh my God, his light tan skin showing off like some kind of exotic bird. A peacock, perhaps? And just looking at him from head to toe, he's in fact a real piece of work. His sharp features and piercing eyes made him stand out in the crowd. But it's not just his looks that make him attractive. It's his confidence and charisma draws over attention towards him effortlessly. He carries himself with an air of confidence that is impossible to ignore. It's clear that he takes pride in his appearance and knows how to make a lasting impression. Oh my God. Frankly, you don't know how to respond, so you just blinked at him, owlishly. Not that you were about to complain, but you had to admit, Tengen's body was... Ooh, goodness, is it hot in here or just me? He was indeed an Untris, a man of absolute beauty and manliness. Each muscle was perfectly sculptured and defined. No doubt he works out. The jewels on his headband and jewelry on his person shining in the sunlight. Enjoying the show, Miss Kanoji? He teases. You immediately snap out of your daze, shaking your head as he secured close to you. You know, there's plenty more to see if you're interested. He smirks, bringing his face close to yours. Oh my God. It was then you'd realize that he was internally flirting with you. Oh, sweet Lord. Goodness, you definitely weren't expecting your day to turn out like this.